What's up everybody, my name is drmr, and in this video I wanted to show you how I made one of the chillest songs I've ever made. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. The song started with these chords right here. I played it in the piano, the UVI Workstation Grand Piano Model D, which is my favorite piano, and these are the chords. Very emotional and very intimate, and that defined the entire mood of the song. So what I did with the piano was that I exported it to audio and then I reversed it and played it in certain areas. So the intro with the piano sounds like this. And then for the intro, I also have some vocal chops. This is just my friend singing, and then with some processing and editing, it became this. Very nice. And that's basically the intro. Then we come to the first verse here. The piano is playing and the vocal chops. And then I also added this glass kind of hi-hat loop, which is really pretty. It sounds like this. And then we have the vocals down here. So the vocals I got from a girl on Fiverr. Her name is Aya or something on Fiverr if you want to check her out. She's a great vocalist and it's very cheap as well. And her voice was so soulful and yeah, they fitted the mood of the song very much. So these are the lyrics.
Everything is silent. Is this the end of the violence? The storm was past and at last I can breathe.
Very beautiful. Then we move on to like the drop, I guess. Here I switched out the piano into another piano. This one is a lot more airy and ambient. This is a whirly preset from Analog Lab called Dark Ballad. So as you can hear, there was a lot of like, the volume was very up and down. So I fixed that with a compressor. So it's more straight. And then with the reverb and some EQ, it also sounded a lot more straight. So with all that, it sounds like this. And here I'm only playing duplets. So I'm not playing three chords except for here and that chord. Then we have some drums and some fills. I also kept the reverse piano because it sounded great. All the drums and effects together sounds like this. And then I added an 808. This 808 is kind of in contrast with the rest of the song because it's kind of distorted and kind of hard, but it sounded great, so I kept it, and this is how it sounds. Everything with the vocals for the first part of the drop sounds like this.
Is this the end? Will we descend? Will everything be over? My dearest friend, I can't pretend that this isn't over. Let's do this.
Then we move on to the second part of the drop. Here I add a little bit more elements. So here we have a hi-hat pattern going. Just two different hi-hats playing on top of each other, and then we have this melody right here, which this funny story, it actually comes from Ogan. I rarely use Ogan, but this preset, this nice airy bell, I don't know if you can find it. I don't remember the exact name because I did some modifications and I changed it, but it has this super ambient sound to it. It was perfect, and I just played a very simple melody. It goes like this. Super simple. Then I have like these this filler melody, just playing this over again. And I also added the magic glass hi-hat pattern. And then we move on to the second verse. Here, everything is basically the same. I'm keeping this ambient piano going.
Everything is silent. Is this the end?
And then I have this little arpeggiator going, which is the chorus me preset. I think it's from the piano styles in Analog Lab 4. And I also got some effects on that. I got an EQ, just removing all the highs because I wanted it to be a very like mid-focused arpeggiator. Some compression, an isotope vinyl to make it feel like more old and have like a pitch variation, and just a limiter at the end. This is for the sidechain. So this sounds like this. Then we come over to this part. The one thing I added here was the hi-hats first of all, and then I have this acquire that you can get in FL Studio. If you go all the way up to instruments, orchestral, and then it's the choir ah. So oh god, why is it stopping? So the way I processed it is that I have this automation clip for the frequency of an equalizer, and then I have a love filter just doing the sidechain kind of rhythm, like future bass kind of, and it makes it sound really good. As you can hear, it's not playing the exact same chords, but this sounds really good with combined with this.
Yeah, we have failed our purpose. I try to speak, but I'm wordless. We broke.
As you can hear. Then we come over to this kind of bridge part, which is just
Is this the end?
just playing the piano with the vocals. Then we come over to this build up right here, and here I add kind of like a future bass type of saw thing. Future bass chords is basically the name of it. And when we come into the drop, it sounded really nice. I'm just fading it in with the low pass. So when we come to the drop
You'll
here,
never be no more.
we can just kind of hear it in the background, and it sounded really nice. Then I also made some vocal chops from the woman singing. Sounds like this. So what I did with this this part is that I added first an auto-tune set to the scale of the song, which is B minor, and then I took like random parts of her singing and I put them in this order, and then I pitched them up or down depending on what I wanted. This one is just normal, but yeah, I pitched some quite a lot up, some a little bit down, just to create more of a fake voice, and still auto-tuning it so it didn't sound like off the scale. And then I added some saturation to it just to get that kind of blown speaker sound. Without the saturation, it sounds like this. Then I have some delay and reverb on it, and yeah, that's about it. Yeah, and then this drop is just the same as this other one, except for the vocal chops. And then we come into this kind of, I don't know what to call this, kind of a breakdown, and then it goes into a build-up, which is basically the outro, and then it ends. And here I'm playing a piano just in a higher octave, and I'm playing the melody from that ambient preset from Ogan.
Everything is silent. Is this the end of the violence? Stop.
As you can hear, I've humanized the piano a bit. I've made some notes play not exactly on the grid to make it feel more human, basically. And then we come into this part.
Is this the end? Will we descend? Will everything be over?
And then it fades into this build up,
Come up to the storm and I can't see anymore. I feel my tears falling down.
which then slowly fades out again. So it just kind of builds up and then slows down, and then that's the end. So yeah, that was Calm After the Storm. The song will be out soon. If not, it is already out. I don't know when this video is going up. I will give you a short preview of it. But yeah, be sure to check out the entire song when it drops. I will leave a link to that and I will sure to update you. But yeah, I'll shut up and let you listen.
Everything is silent. Is this the end of the violence? The storm was passing at last. I can